Hey guys, I'm Carmen and welcome to my channel. In this video I'll be showing you how to crochet this open back double crochet top. I'm making a size small in the video. I used yarn Drops Loves You 7, that's yarn group A, and color 34. For size small you will need 250 grams of yarn or 850 meters. You will also need a 4mm crochet hook and a 3mm crochet hook, and then also a yarning needle, scissors, measuring tape, and stitch markers. You will also need to follow the gauge. 18 stitches is 10 centimeters and 10 row is 10 centimeters. I used basic crochet stitches, so if you are familiar with it, you are okay, but also if you're not, you will learn everything from my tutorial. The top is made of front and back panel. If you want the top to be longer, just add rows to the front and back panel, but don't add too many rows because the top is meant to be cropped and will lose its shape if you add too many rows. It's crocheted from bottom to top. I use a 4mm hook, unless if I say otherwise, you also use a 4mm hook. I hope you're ready. We're gonna start with the front panel and foundation double crochet. So to start, you will make a slip knot and chain 2. Then you will yarn over and insert your hook into the first chain. And then you will yarn over again and pull up a loop, and you will have 3 loops on your hook. Then you will again yarn over and pull through the first loop, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops on your hook, and then again yarn over and pull through the rest of the 2 loops on your hook, and that's 1 foundation double crochet. And then yarn over and insert hook under the both loops of the base of the previous stitch. Make sure you go under both loops. So yarn over and pull up a loop here. You will have 3 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull through the first loop, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then again yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And you have the second foundation double crochet finished. Now you will repeat the process until you have 99 foundation double crochets. When you are completed with the foundation double crochet, you will continue on to the first row. So you will chain 2 and turn your work, and you will make double crochets across. So you will have 99 stitches in this row, and you will repeat row 1 until row 31, and I will meet you for the row 32. With row 32, we'll start with a neck hole. You will first mark the middle of row 31 with a stitch marker. That's 50th stitch from the left and right. You will chain 2 and turn, and you will double crochet in next 48 stitches, and then you will make double crochet 2 together in the last 2 stitches, and I will meet you there to show you how you make the double crochet decrease. You will make a decrease in 49th and 50th stitch. 50th stitch is the one where the stitch marker is. So let's do it together. So that's 49th and 50th stitch. You can leave the stitch marker on or you can remove it. So yarn over, insert hook in the next stitch and pull up a loop. And then yarn over and pull through first 2 loops, and then yarn over again and insert hook into the next stitch where the stitch marker is, and pull up a loop here, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and you will have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 3 loops on your hook, and that's the double crochet decrease. And then you will chain 2 to go to row 33. So 1 and 2, and you will turn your work, and you will make another decrease in the beginning of this row. So yarn over, you will work in the first stitch and the second one, so you will just yarn over and insert hook into the first stitch, and you will pull up a loop, and you will have 3 loops on your hook. Then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and insert hook into the next stitch, the second one, and pull up, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 3 loops on your hook, and another double crochet decrease is finished. So from here you will continue with double crochets in each stitch. You will be making decreases in the neck hole in each row until row 45. So you will repeat rows 33 and 34 until row 45, and you will have 36 stitches in the last row. You will finish off leaving a long tail for sewing. For the left side of the neck hole, you will attach the yarn in the 50th stitch from the left side. That's where the stitch marker is and where you made a double crochet together for the right side of the neck hole. So you will attach the yarn, and you will chain 2 And you will start with a double crochet 2 together, so yarn over and insert hook in the same stitch where the chain 2 is, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and then yarn over and insert hook into the next stitch and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. You have 3 loops on your hook, just yarn over and pull through 3 loops, and that's the double crochet decrease. Now you will continue with double crochets until the end of the row, and for each row until row 45 you will make decreases on the neck hole, and you will again, like on the right side, you will have 36 stitches in row 45. So the front panel is finished. We left long tails for sewing the shoulders together. Each side has 36 stitches, so the 45th row. So we can continue on to the back panel. For the back panel, you will make a foundation double crochet like you did with the front panel. So you will make a slip knot and chain 2, and you will yarn over and insert hook in the first chain, and then you will yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through the first loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and insert hook into the first chain you made. Be careful that you go through both loops. Yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through first loop, yarn over and pull through first 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And that's 2 foundation double crochets. Just continue the pattern until you reach 99 foundation double crochets. When you are done with foundation double crochet, you will mark 50th stitch from the left and right side with a stitch marker. That is the last stitch for the right side of the back. So for row 1 to 45, you will chain 2 and turn, and you will double crochet across. So chain 2, turn, and you will double crochet in next 50 stitches. So until you reach the stitch marker. So actually where the stitch marker is, that's gonna be the last double crochet you make. When you're done with row 45, you'll continue on to the row 46, and here you will chain 2 and turn your work, and you will double crochet until 10 stitches remain, and I will meet you there. So at the end of row 47, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stitches left. And here you will make a half double crochet, a single crochet, and a slip stitch. and you will leave 7 stitches unworked, and then you will just turn. You will skip the first stitch and you will slip stitch in next 6 stitches. So here you have 6 slip stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you will single crochet and you will place a stitch marker on this stitch. Then you will make a half double crochet and then you will make double crochets across, and I will meet you for the row 48. For row 48, you will chain 2, 1, 2, and you will turn your work and you will double crochet until 10 stitches remain. You will know when 10 stitches remain because you marked it with a stitch marker. So the stitch marker is the stitch with the stitch marker is the last one you will work in this row. For the left half of the back panel, you will attach the yarn in the 50th stitch of the foundation double crochet, where you actually place the stitch marker for the right side of the back panel. So you will attach the yarn, and for row 1, you will chain 2. So let's attach the yarn and chain 2. 1, 2, and you will yarn over and you will make a double crochet into that same stitch where the chain 2 is, and you will double crochet across. You will have 50 stitches in each row, so you will continue that pattern until row 45, where I will meet you for the row 46, where we'll make decreases. The back panel is almost finished. Now we just need to finish the last 3 rows on the left side of the back panel. So what you will do for row 46 is no chain 1. You will skip the first stitch and you will slip stitch in next 7 stitches. So 1, I forgot to skip the first stitch, so you skip the first one and you make a slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and you will not chain 1 here. So let's count it. There's 6, 7. Okay, 7 slip stitches. So we will just make a single crochet and mark that single crochet with a slip stitch marker, and then you will make a half double crochet, and then you will double crochet across, and I will meet you for row 47. Row 46 finished. Let's start with row 47 by chaining 2, then turn, and you will double crochet until 10 stitches remain. So the marked single crochet from row 46 is the 10th stitch. So when you reach the 10th stitch, you will half double crochet and then single crochet in the next stitch and slip stitch in the last stitch. For row 48, you will turn, no chain 1 here. You will skip the first stitch and you will slip stitch in next 7 stitches. So skip the first one and make 7 slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and no chain 1 here. So 7 slip stitches. Now you will make a single crochet in the next stitch, and then a half double crochet, and then you will double crochet across. And then at the end, you will slip stitch in the first stitch of the last row of the right side of the back panel to join the both sides of the back panel and then finish off. So here's the end of row 48. We're gonna slip stitch. We're gonna make a slip stitch in the first stitch of the last row of the right side of the back panel. so that both sides of the back panel are joined. Next step is to sew the shoulders together. You will place the back and the front panel on top of each other with the right sides facing and sew the shoulders with a slip stitch. Make sure you don't skip stitches, so start with a slip stitch in the first stitch of both panels and then the second stitch of the both panels and so on. When you reach the last stitch of the front panel, you are done. You can finish off there. For the sleeves, you will be working on body sides. You will need stitch markers. From the bottom edge, you will mark the 19th row of front and back panel with a stitch marker. So make sure you do that on both sides, so front and back panel. 19th row. Make sure the right side is facing you. So here's the 19th row of the front panel. So now let's begin. So you will attach the yarn in the 19th row and you will work 2 single crochets in each double crochet row across. So attach the yarn and chain 1 and make 2 single crochets in that row. And then just a single crochet across, like I said, 2 single crochets in each double crochet row, and I will meet you for row 2. For row 2, we'll be making decreases. You will need 2 more stitch markers. So you will place the stitch markers in 13th row from the shoulder seam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And place a stitch marker somewhere there. And then the same on the other side. And place a stitch marker. So to start row 2, you will chain 2 and turn. And you will make double crochets until you reach the yellow stitch marker in my case. When you reach the yellow stitch marker, you will be making double crochets 2 together, all until you reach the second yellow stitch marker. When you make the first decrease, don't forget to put the stitch marker on that stitch. So put the stitch marker back, and then continue with decreases until you reach the second yellow stitch marker. So here we've almost reached the second yellow stitch marker. Let's make another decrease here. That's gonna be the last decrease. Then we're just gonna remove the stitch marker and place it on that last decrease. That's it. So now you will continue with double crochets until the end of this row. So row 2 is finished. For row 3, you will chain 2 and turn, and you will double crochet until you reach the stitch marker. And then between the stitch markers, you will making decreases, so double crochet 2 together until you reach the second stitch marker, the yellow one, of course. And then you will again double crochet across. You will finish off leaving a long tail for sewing the sleeve and body sides together. When you're finished with the sleeves, you will sew the sleeves and body sides together with a slip stitch. So when you are done with sewing the sleeves and body sides, you will do the bottom body edge. With a 3mm hook, you will attach the yarn on the center of the back panel's bottom edge, and you will chain one. And you will make slip stitches. So that's chain one, counts as a stitch, don't forget that. That means you will skip the first stitch and you will make a single crochet in the next stitch and mark the chain one with a stitch marker so that you will know where to make a slip stitch to join at the end. So you will be just making slip stitches across, and I will meet you for round 2. So here's the end of round 1. So you will make a slip stitch into chain 1 from the beginning of this round. So just remove the stitch marker, insert hook into that chain 1 and make a slip stitch. And then you will turn and you will continue on to round 2, where you will chain 1 again and you will skip the first stitch because chain 1 counts as a stitch, and you will slip stitch back loop only in each stitch around, and then at the end of the round you will again slip stitch into the first chain to join, and then you will finish off. When you're done with the bottom edge, you will start with a neckline. So you will attach the yarn in the middle of the back side of the neckline, where you joined the left and right side of the back panel. So for round one, you will chain 1, counts as a stitch. So you will skip the first stitch and you will slip stitch evenly across and join with a slip stitch at the end. So make slip stitches evenly across in each stitch, and I will meet you at the end of this round. Here is the end of round 1. Remove the stitch marker and make a slip stitch in that chain 1. So chain 1 now and skip first stitch, and then you will make slip stitches, back loop only across, and you will again join with a slip stitch at the end of the round in chain 1, and then you will finish off. All you have to do now is weave in all the ends and your new top is finished. That's it for today. You can find the written pattern down below. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please thumbs it up, share and subscribe. Goodbye.